happy to have with us State Senator Andy Berke, co-sponsor of the recently passed legislation. He talked to us at 5:45. He's been kind enough to answer your calls on our live lines. We're going to get right to it. Senator Berke, you've said the state's economic future depends on graduating more of our citizens from colleges. That could be one of the reasons why you co-sponsored the bill.
Absolutely. Our businesses are asking more and more from their workers. We've got to make sure that we have the workforce so that our citizens can get the best jobs. I'm
going to ask you this. Pressure from companies wanting to do business in Tennessee, not seeing the graduation rates that we should be having. We're consistently the lowest in the nation, and in the 40s when it comes to people with either 2-year or 4-year degrees, Senator.
Absolutely. We've got to make sure that if we're going to bring new businesses in and keep the ones that we have to have the best workforce. That's what this reform is about.
Let me ask you a question. You've been answering calls for about 30 minutes. What are some of the calls? Any teachers calling in about how the state now evaluates teachers when it comes to tenure? And also, any control mechanisms now in place preventing teachers from just teaching now to the TCAPs, which a lot of folks are talking about, Senator?
Absolutely. Teachers are concerned about what's going on. There's a lot of confusion. I understand that. But the point is that we've got to make sure that we're also giving them the best opportunity to succeed. That's why I sponsored an amendment that will put up to $65 million of federal funds in teacher development so they can be the best they can be in the classroom.
From the teachers union, what are you hearing from them this morning, Senator?
Well, they were supportive of this particular proposal because they want to raise our standards to where we have the best education system in the country.
I've got to ask you about this. We're running short of time. Athletic programs at colleges and universities that struggle with student athletes not performing up to par. The remedial programs were saying, let's get rid of them. I mean, what is going to happen to these students?
Well, the remedial programs will be handled by the community colleges in partnership. We've got to make sure that our system works as a system and everyone's cooperating.
All right, I'm going to ask you this one final question. Grade inflation, a big concern now among colleges, universities, even to the lower levels. Do you think this will happen?
We've got to have quality as well as quantity. Our degrees need to mean something, and we need to have more of them.
State Senator Andy Berke, I want to thank you so much for making yourself available. You always are first class when it comes to that. You always offer yourself. We appreciate it. Of course, State Senator Berke, regarding the recent funding formula, will continue to take your